Okay, everybody, welcome to the second episode of SlimeWire. I am Dr. Sanders.
I'm Captain Goyle.
I'm Johnny the Decimator, and you're on the wire.
Nice. Okay, well, I thought today we could talk about some underrated PS1 games, just to get us started.
Yeah!
So, all right, who wants to start?
Think Captain Goyle might have something up his sleeve?
Nope.
Hey?
Nope.
They don't?
Nope. Don't want to. Nope.
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 My sleeves are empty.
Well, what we were talking about earlier kind of is, and this actually was kind of surprising, is we were talking about the Digimon World games. Remember those old Digimon games?
Yeah. And they never made sense on how they evolved in the first one.
It made sense. You play the game and they evolve.
Yeah, but like if you got like an Agumon, it transforms into like weird other thing, and it's like
That's because you weren't doing it right.
Yeah, I figured that, but it's kind of like I don't know. I never got a Greymon out of it.
It was a hard game.
I never got anything out of it. I remember training was like constant though in that game.
Yeah.
You constantly had to train just to get good.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. It's just like it was so time consuming. Not that it wasn't cool, because I remember the graphics and everything, and just I don't know, just the kind of feeling you got when you're playing it was kind of neat. But
there's a point where it got kind of weird. Like I remember one time I got like from an Agumon to like some weird alien thing with like a spaceship as a body. I don't know if you guys remember that. And that was like my favorite one. I was like, oh hell yeah, this is the one I want to keep.
Huh.
And then it dies on me or whatever, and then I get like I have to restart from scratch again.
Wow.
And it's like, what? That was my favorite Digimon in that game, and I didn't know what it was called, and it kicked major ass. It had like a laser beam and killed everything in sight.
Huh.
So, you could look it up later, probably.
I don't remember there being a spaceship.
He had like a spaceship on his body.
Yes. Yeah. That was like the easiest one to get. That was basically like the default one if you didn't do it right.
Huh.
That's what I was talking about before.
Those things could die, though?
Yeah, they died.
They died. Even for no reason. It was weird. Like, I fed it, I trained it. Why the fuck did it die?
Got old. That's the whole thing.
Wow, that's so weird.
It got old fast, though.
Yeah.
It's like sad, I think.
So that game is really hard.
That game is ridiculous, dude. You have to get like new Digimon every fucking like hour.
Huh.
No, really. And an hour in that game was like forever, I think. Like a long time. Time went by quickly. Like I remember day and night came by quick.
Yeah, well, one of the things that we thought was really funny about that series, the Digimon World series, we looked them up, like, just like before this, and they're super expensive.
They're kind of rare, aren't they?
I guess, but, I mean, you wouldn't think it.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, you see it on the shelf, and like, oh, that's Digimon, okay, whatever. And then now you're like, oh, shit, it's kind of pricey now.
Huh, I don't know. Like, how much were those complete ones going for, the new ones?
Like, hundreds of dollars.
Dang, dude, they were like $40 back then.
I know. Well, actually, now the regular one without a case is like $40. That's crazy.
Nuts.
Disc has been scratched to hell. $50.
You like that game, Cody?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I remember renting that like way back in the day and not getting very far.
I got like these sand places, like hills and stuff. I can't describe it. It was past a construction site. It was like on a rocky road. Weird.
It's on a rocky road.
Yeah, I actually spent time on I think I actually owned that game for a while, actually.
Well, what game do you think is underrated on the PS1, Johnny?
I think the King of Fighters series.
King of Fighters.
I think those could have been done a little better over here, possibly.
Think they could have done a little better?
Like marketing-wise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Making people get into it more. But then again, by that point, Street Fighter was, big already. Yeah. All these other fighting games were bigger, Tekken and all that. Like,
well, that was the time when 3D fighters were taking over, Yeah, that's when Tekken...
even like Street Fighter EC or whatever it was called.
EX.
Oh, EX.
EX, yeah.
And, well, also, like,
Rival Schools.
What's that one? It's Virtua Fighter. Started taking off, yeah.
I like Rival Schools. I think Rival Schools doesn't get that much attention either for some reason. I feel like it doesn't. Maybe it does, but my personal take, I don't feel like it gets that much attention either.
No, it really doesn't actually. I mean, it's more as a cult following than anything.
Yeah, I mean, is it rare? I'm not sure, but is it underrated? I'm pretty sure.
It's kind of rare, but not really. I mean, a new copy will go for a lot. But a lot of PS1 games do.
Yeah.
The second one is kind of more
and you
rare.
get a used one, like
Rival Schools 2?
$20-$30.
You ever play Rival Schools 2, Dr. Goyle?
No.
Captain Goyle? Captain Goyle, Dr. Goyle.
Dr. Goyle.
Hey, I'm sick.
I'm a doctor now.
Oh, man. I thought I was... Now I'm Captain Sanders.
And I'm Johnny the...
Decimator? Yeah. Well, actually, a game that I think is underrated, that I think more people should play...
Oh, drum roll!
Chrono Cross! I think that game is really underrated.
Yep, that's the correct noise for that.
It's probably the least surprising answer for many of us because
it's not underrated.
I think it is.
I think it might not get much as attention either.
Well,
it's like a rival school.
I don't think it's underrated, but I don't think people like it's not as common. Obviously, like Chrono Trigger. Most people think it's a great game.
Well, I just feel that it gets a lot of backlash just because the Chrono Trigger fan base is so strong.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I don't think to a point where they think the game's like bad.
Well, I don't know. Have you seen some of those reviews?
No.
Even like I think I was watching RetroWare. They did like a whole thing on Chrono Trigger, which is actually really good. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. But
nope.
You
should not go to RetroWare. You should go to Slime TV.
Go to Slime TV and wait for their review to come up.
Never any other gaming place.
Yeah, it's true. SlimeTV.blogspot.com.
Slime TV.
But yeah, even they did that, and they talked about how they couldn't get into it because they were so into Chrono Trigger. Well, they didn't really. They kind of said it like that, like, oh, well, there were so many characters and it turned people away and they didn't know how to respond to it. So, but they always wished there was a true sequel to Chrono Trigger. It's like,
yeah, well,
I think that's
so does everyone.
I think that's a pretty true sequel. I mean, they're literally Chrono, Marl, and Luca are actually in the game, and so are Slash, Ozzy, and Flea. So I don't know what people are talking about when they say, I wish there was a true sequel to Chrono Trigger. Especially with the DS port that they did for Chrono Trigger. It adds in an extra part that links it up with Chrono Cross. So.
Now you're just cheating.
I don't see how that's cheating when the developer specifically added a part. And everybody dismisses that, like, ending, saying, no, that's not, like, that's just adding the game. It's not canon. It's like...
That's true.
Well, then why did the game developers add it in?
So you would buy the DS version?
Oh my gosh. I don't think Chrono Cross is getting people to buy Chrono Trigger.
People need a reason to buy a re-release.
I didn't buy it specifically.
That's because you're a hardcore fan.
That's true. I am. But yeah, if you guys play Chrono Cross?
They need every...
you know what? I might remember if there's like if I can like see some of the characters or something.
Hold on.
I mean, the name's totally familiar. I'm pretty sure if I see the box art, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that game. That's probably like one of the demos, and like, you know, back in the Walmart days, you could walk into Walmart and play it.
I remember there used to be a sick commercial. Remember that game?
Yeah, I seen the cover.
Yeah.
Now that I play, I'm not sure.
The reason I think people don't really like Chrono Cross is obviously because they compare it to Chrono Trigger. And I always hear people say that they can't get into how many characters you can play in that game, because there's like so many. But that's the same reason I say that the game is so replayable, because each time you go through it, you can make a whole new party of 3 separate people who you never heard anything from the first time you played, and then play it like that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, because I've still played it.
I think people like variety to begin with, you know?
Yeah. But people just expect something like, you know, Chrono Trigger, where you get, you know, 6 characters, and then you've got to go, and that's the 6 characters you have to end the game, you know what I mean? I don't know.
It seems nowadays it's pretty highly regarded by most people.
Yeah, I think so too. It seems like whenever...
Not as much as Trigger, but I still think pretty much.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it's on PS Network.
Yeah, that says something. I guess, you know.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, they only put really popular games on, or like a lot of the bigger ones.
Isn't that a Threads of Fate on there?
What's that?
Threads of Fate. It's a Square game, I think. It's kind of like from what I've seen, it looks like a Mana game, kind of.
Oh.
I don't know, but yeah.
I'll remember what it looks like. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. Oh yeah. That game's on there.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I thought it was funny because I was telling Goyle that the way I originally played Chrono Cross back in the day was we played it on Bleem.
What's a Bleem?
Bleem was this computer program, and they used to like give away the discs, and you would put in your PC, and then you could play PS1 games on your PC, and they would work sometimes. But it had like this totally, I mean, I remember when I got to Fort Dragonia, there was like this thing blocking the screen, like when the graphics had like messed up, and because I played it so many times on Bleem before I actually got like a physical copy, it like when I actually played it, I was like, oh my god, why isn't it like this? Because I was so used to not being able to see what I was doing on that part that when I actually did, I was amazed.
That's funny.
It's kind of reminds me of the story where you were able to play burn games on your PS1. Yeah, like do some tape work in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tape up some wiring.
The swap trick or whatever, where you tape down the eject button, or like the button that knows when the door's down, and then you swap it. It's kind of like the same thing, but Blame eventually got shut down pretty quickly after they started making discs that people could play games on their PC. But I used to play I used to play like games on the school computers and stuff. Like it was hilarious.
Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was playing.
yeah. Who didn't play Oregon Trail when they were a kid in school?
I played it on the PCs, both 1 and 2.
Which one? Oh, or the school PCs or
School PCs,
yeah.
Oregon Trails.
Remember when
Do you remember that your friend in high school I was telling you about who was like obsessed with Doom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was in my astronomy class, like I think my like junior year of high school, and they had like these little like weird little like astronomy laptops, but they had like I think they had like USB ports in them or something. So he put Doom on a USB and he put it on there and it actually like worked, like a second.
Doom is standalone, I think. Well, there's versions of Doom that are standalone, so you can do that.
It was really funny.
Yeah, Doom's in like
Totally was able to play Doom on there. It didn't run that well, but it ran.
Well, that's all that matters whenever you're in school.
Oh yeah, it was really funny.
I remember this guy who used to always be next to me, like he sat next to me in my computer lab, and he would always bring a USB drive full of
Porn.
SNES games.
emulators.
Yeah, so he would always play those in there. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to beat Kirby today." Super funny.
Kirby's awesome.
What other PS1 games do you think are totally underrated?
Well, was there ever a Dragon Quest game on the PS1?
Yeah.
Yes.
7.
There is Dragon Warrior 7.
Were those ever underrated?
No.
Those are pretty top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only played Dragon.
Is there
Warrior.
a Dragon Quest game that's underrated?
Well, I would say that for the time, it definitely was criticized for staying true to its formula.
Being too long.
I'm being too long.
Yeah, dude, Dragon Warrior 7 for the PS1 is like a 120-hour game. And that's like, I mean, I was just trying to go through it,
No secrets, no bullshit.
Maybe a few secrets, but like not that many. But yeah, it's like,
Well, if you do that, it's even longer by a lot.
oh, it's ridiculous.
Like finding all the secret stuff.
What about that Sub-Zero Mythology game? Did people really like that one at all?
Sub-Zero spin-off game or whatever, where it's like an action game or whatever.
Mythology, yeah. Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing stuff.
I don't know.
Never played it.
I really never liked Mortal Kombat that much. I didn't play a lot of them.
I remember Mortal Kombat. I used to play 4 a lot, and then I think I played Sub-Zero Mythologies. I thought that was I got it for free, and I was like, oh, why not play it? And it was okay. It was weird. It was like a beat 'em up kind of.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. It was pretty neat, like the concept of it at least.
Yeah, it was still in like Mortal Kombat fighting format though, so it kind of like it's basically like you're basically taking on a whole bunch of people in a Mortal Kombat formula style fighting.
It's kind of like what they did with Tekken 4, where they had the beat 'em up mode in there.
Well, Tekken always has a beat 'em up, doesn't it?
Well,
I mean, I remember Tekken
Not
1 too.
always, did it?
no, not always, but it's once it started it, they pretty much kept a little mini game in of it ever since.
I always liked Tekken beat 'em up.
It's fun.
But yeah, I just want to say about Dragon Warrior 7 is that like it got super criticized by people because back in the day, you know how Final Fantasy 7 took off with like 3D graphics and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and it was all stylized and all that stuff. Well, Dragon Warrior 7 was like
It's on 2D.
it had 2D, but it had like a 3D kind of environment where you could rotate the camera, Yeah, but it got super criticized because all these Final Fantasy games were moving so forward with it. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do 3D. It's gonna be all 3D characters and 3D environments, and it kind of had its own art style that got super compared to it.
I enjoy the 3D Final Fantasies. At least 7 and 8. I've yet to play 9.
You gotta play 9,
for
man.
For shame.
Gotta play it.
I also honestly love a lot of the 2D Final Fantasies for the Super Nintendo and like the Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I see. Look, here's how it looks.
You guys ever heard of Vandal Hearts?
Oh, Vandal Hearts, that series is sick.
Yeah, dude. I like strategy RPGs. Vandal Hearts and Vanguard Bandits.
Bandits.
Strategy RPGs are cool. They remind me of a lot of pen and paper games.
I love them.
Well, especially because you love like Atlas games and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just like Disgaea.
Well, Vanguard Bandits is awesome because it's like a working designs game, but it's strategy RPG.
How do you say Disgaea? Is it Disgaea or is it Disgaea?
I think it's Disgaea.
I don't know. I hear so many like I watch.
Yeah, it's always pronounced different. It seems like I'm not exactly sure what the correct pronunciation is. I think it's Disgaea, but I'm not 100% sure. That's what I say.
I don't know. It's kind of like the Ninja Gaiden thing. You know, it's like what's correct?
Gaiden. It's not Gaiden.
Ryu.
Ryu. Like
it's Ryu. It's not Ryu.
Well, who says?
Japan.
Yeah. Okay. You know what's actually funny is when you bring up Final Fantasy IX, I gotta say that.
No one brought it up.
Hey.
I brought it up.
He brought it up.
Asshole.
That's not true.
Well,
Eat that.
It's just like.
Podcast over. Time to talk about Final Fantasy IX.
Yep, it is over because I got to talk about Final Fantasy IX. Okay, I feel like a lot of people are starting to talk about Final Fantasy IX a lot more.
To be honest, like I wasn't too like around those RPGs at that time, but in my point of view, like I've heard of 7 and 8. I think those get more hype than 9.
Well, obviously, 7 got so we all know that
7
at the tournament, yeah, it got so hyped,
and 8 because of Squall, badass character.
Well, yeah, there's no there's no Final Fantasy IX characters inside of Kingdom Hearts, you know.
Yeah.
Besides Moogles.
Wasn't like a female that was a hero too?
Who?
Wasn't like a female that was a hero?
In what?
9.
No.
Well, no.
No.
No, Zidane. People say he looks like a chick, I guess, but he's not.
You know what I like about Final Fantasy 9? They brought back the wizard, the Black Mage from Final Fantasy 1, which I remember looking at like, oh, dude, that guy's totally. I remember this guy.
Well, that's just a mage in Final Fantasy.
Crack mage.
Yeah. Regardless, I think they're cool how they make him like that.
Yeah. Well, Final Fantasy 9 was like a return to the classic Final Fantasies, but like Final Fantasy got so famous in the West because of Final Fantasy 7 and 8 that I think a lot of people didn't know how to receive it. But I loved it. Like I played through Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, and Chrono Cross, all these when they were coming out, and I still like think Final Fantasy 9 is my favorite.
Yeah, I never got to play 9, and I never got really too attracted to 10, and then the ones after that.
Yeah. You've seen my PS3, so you know how I feel about 9. It's my theme.
I like 9 because I think you could get up to 4 people on your team while fighting, if I remember.
Yeah, and you could do 2-player.
Yeah, which I never knew about till today, actually. But the 4-team thing I knew, and that caught my attention. It's like, oh, what? More people on your team? I was young. I was like, oh, more people.
I know. It's so cool.
And that's kind of like, as a kid, you're like, oh, dude, I get more people on my team. Hell yeah. And then now you're like, yeah, that's cool, yeah.
What do you think about Final Fantasy 9, Goyle?
I don't think much about it because I haven't really played it.
People.
Another one.
I'm ashamed of you people. Think about it. Chase the Base has played more of an RPG than you guys have. That is insane. The Final Fantasy 9. He got to Disc 2.
I didn't get into Final Fantasy until later.
Oh, that's right. You didn't get into till like 10 or something, right?
10 is like the first one I played.
Oh,
it wasn't even.
I'm sorry.
What? 10's not bad at all.
I'm sorry.
Ha ha ha!
Compared to the other ones, I'm sorry. Even the Super Nintendo ones make fucking 10 look like they're bitch.
No. Are you kidding me? Number 2?
Yeah, I'll take 2 over 10.
Final Fantasy
Are you
4?
serious?
I'll take 4 over 10 too. Oh, actually, no. My bad. I won't take. Is it the one with the robots?
Wait, what?
You're being biased here if you're trying to tell me that like 2 is better than 10.
Wait, you're trying to tell me that Final Fantasy 4 is not as good as 10? Or Final Fantasy 2 is in Final Fantasy 2?
Final Fantasy 2 is in Final Fantasy 2.
Oh, no.
Of course I mean 2 is in 2.
He means 4. He's talking about the Super Nintendo one.
Shit, I'll take the NES version over it too.
You think no way?
Yeah, I would.
No.
I don't like 10 at all. But then again, I'm kind of like.
What's wrong with 10?
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of it was just didn't catch my attention at all, and I guess it's my stubbornness, but I mean, I love my RPGs,
2D.
Old school 2D, Dragon, and all these medieval stuff, and magic,
Dark Knights and
Knights left and right, warriors and heroes. Like that's the kind of games like that's what I see in an RPG is fantasy. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, they're all fantasies in a way.
That's only like the old Final Fantasy, so I guess that's why you don't like any of the newer ones.
Yeah, I grew up on the old ones more, and only the new ones I like that relate to futuristic things are 7 and 8. Those are more like in the future, more fantasy, like technology wise and stuff.
Yeah.
Those I like, but other than that, like after that, 10 and the girl one or whatever, and then like
10-2.
It's like all of them were like, okay, so it's like these are whatever.
10s are great. It's like it plays just like an old school RPG still. I mean,
10's weird. I remember you got up to like 4 or 5 people in that one, and then I remember you could play like some weird ball game in it, Blitzball, and then
you don't have to. I didn't play it at all.
Yeah, and then I remember like even anything you fought in that game was like really ridiculously like hard to fight, if I remember.
I don't know.
No.
Well,
Oh, really?
Nah.
Where it took a lot of hit points to kill like a lot of like just regular creatures. Like, oh, you're fighting a boss.
Well, yeah, a lot
Oh,
of Final Fantasies are like that.
some of those bosses. I will say that some of the bosses do take quite a while in that game, and it is a little like.
Well, it's really all you need to do is just grind a little bit, and then makes it that really makes a difference in 10.
Yeah, but that was like one of the last games to have the super turn based.
But if you think those battles are long, try
That
try
I
playing
would
Final
give it.
Fantasy 13.
Oh, oh man.
Those battles can sometimes some of the bosses can take like literally like you'll be fighting it for an hour and you'll lose and you'll have to start all over.
You know, I'll give the respect to 10 that was still a turn base. I'll give it that. That I could still admire about it. You know.
Yeah,
I
it was
like
straight
turn
up turn based. There wasn't an action gauge at all.
As long as there's if it's not turn
It was
based,
completely turn based.
it better be
It was
strategy.
weird for Final Fantasy. It kind of went backwards in its own playstyle.
Like I said, it's either
I
for
like
me,
that.
it's either turn based or strategy like style.
What about real time?
I'm not too hot on real time. Isn't Kingdom Hearts kind of real time too?
Yeah,
I wasn't too hot on that. I was like, I might as well just play an adventure game or a
You
platformer.
gotta
Or
play
whatever.
some. You gotta play some Tales games. Those are great.
Yeah, or like the Star Ocean kind of games. You know?
Yeah, but
Star Ocean's good too.
you know,
I like
It-
Tales better than Star Ocean though.
there's two like I don't know. I'm so used to like the old fashioned RPGs that they seem like to bring out more of like a different, not really RPG feeling to me from what I've been used to. So I guess that's why like I didn't get too hot into like Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 2 or any of that. You know, what was it Time whatever?
Huh? Oh, I like the.
What'd you call it? Like Lifetime or whatever action style RPGs? I don't even know the term for it. That's
Real
how
time.
Real time. There we
Real
go.
time, there you go.
Real time RPGs.
Sorry.
Never too hot on those.
Or-
Yeah.
I like strategy RPGs and turn based are what I'm into. I might even take time turn based. I heard there's some of those.
Take what?
I
I
heard
think
this
he means like Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, okay.
time turn based.
You mean man, I can't even think
It's
of
the only thing I can think
Turn-based.
of what he's trying to say.
turn based, like where it's like I go.
No.
then you
There's
go.
turn based, and then there's also like this time turn based. I remember from some.
Okay, give us an example.
I don't remember the game. All I remember was that you had to fucking play it, and you had like a time. You had to like really pick.
Yeah,
your
Final
real
Fantasy
quick.
7.
Seven. You know seven. You know what? I did notice that later as I grew older. I was like, how come this shit's like timing me? Or like I feel like I have to like pick something really quick.
Well,
And then that's probably what made it time turn basey, I guess.
well, what?
Yeah, because you don't the battles don't stop for you. Like,
That's
you
what I
can
like
just sit
about-
there and the enemies can kill you if you just don't do anything.
Yeah, that was time turn based, which is fine. I actually appreciate those strategy and.
It's still
turn-
it's still turn based.
You have to think a
still-
little quick on your feet, you know.
It's still turn based though. You still take turns.
Regardless, turn based and strategy RPGs, or I like.
Well, I like I'm not really one to rush through a lot of RPGs. You know, like I hate that kind of feeling where it's like if I don't choose my things fast enough, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. So that's why I like a lot of games give you the option to do active time battle or they do wait, and I always choose mine on wait, which kind of makes a game longer at points because you know enemies won't attack you until you are decide what yours is. You know, like what you do. But like I'm playing through Final Fantasy 9 again, and I completely choose to do the wait thing because I don't want to have to get raped by a boss.
You know, to be honest, like when it comes to RPGs, like I expect them to be long, and I prefer them long than
You like them long and
short
hard?
or like like really fast. Like I rather take my time in the battles, enjoy the battle, enjoy like look, I pick this, pick that, do this, do that. Okay, try this, do that. Think a little bit. And when it comes to RPGs, I already expect it to be long. So if it's fast, it's something that throws me off actually too.
Yeah, I'm saying no. What do you think, Goyle? You
I don't really have a preference. I like all the kinds there are. I just like
Yeah.
RPGs. I like every kind of battle system there is.
Yeah, it's true. You play a lot of different kinds of games too.
So I mean, I like the turn-based a lot, but I also like the Tales series, which is real time.
Oh,
Those
man.
are really fun.
One thing I want to talk about, just because
I want to get Graces.
talking about Chrono Trigger got me thinking. Like, I think we all. Well, I don't know if we all can agree on this, but I know me and Goyle can agree on this. But is why haven't they remade Final Fantasy VI yet? So ridiculous.
Pretty much the only one that hasn't gotten a DS remake yet. You know?
Yeah. Well, 5 didn't.
Or even like a PSP port that's even like a little bit better.
yeah.
You know, 1 and 2 got those. 3 is on the DS. 4 is on the DS. 5, or not 5.
5 isn't.
Not 5 isn't yet. But who cares about 5? We need 6.
5. Okay. I just want to say to people out there, I know some people are super
5 is
into
just
5.
hard.
5. Well, if you the problem is the job system or the class system is really
Yeah.
overwhelming because you get to a point and so many jobs open up that you're like, okay, like what do I choose? Because you get like, I mean, what, like 30 or something classes that you can just choose, and it's kind of, you end up screwing yourself up by accident a lot.
Yeah.
You ever play that one? That's what Bart's and Choco, forever.
No, I never actually caught 5. I mean, I never caught 5, 6. Like, I didn't get anything between like after 3 and 7.
You're telling me you like the Super Nintendo ones, yet you haven't played 6.
No, he says he likes 3, which is 6.
God damn it. Okay, we're talking in the real numbers, not Super Nintendo numbers.
Okay, yeah, that's the only way I knew him. I mean, okay,
Well,
look,
learn
3,
the new numbers.
3 is okay. It wasn't my. I think if I remember 3, wasn't that one where we start with robots?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was okay. That one was
No, call it 6 from now on, because it's Final Fantasy 6.
Yes, 6.
Okay, fine. 6. Okay, hot shot. Okay, 6. Didn't catch
It's not
my.
Final Fantasy 3, though. It's just...
Hey, shut up! I'm fucking talking. Now 6 didn't catch my attention too much because I like it to an extent, but I don't know. It was just too like just robots and guns. I was like, oh, this is not for me. I guess to an extent, I want more magic than swords. And
Well, yeah, you're into like
I'm totally
Well,
like.
there's actually
evil.
quite a bit of that still.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is. I mean, there's always a hint of that in every kind of game. I think for Final
I don't
Fantasy.
know. I don't think it's as like robotic as you think it like that.
Well,
like
it isn't.
like steampunk more than Final Fantasy or fantasy. It's like
Well, I think that it just starts
it
out.
it starts that way, but
Yeah.
it's really more like
It says sections where you kind of it's
Yeah.
more steampunkish, but of course with 7 they went all out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 was totally like future, nothing, anything of the old. Just total like I think as the term's proper here, steampunkish. I guess.
Yeah.
There's like gears and stuff in it too. I remember like, all these like
Yeah. Well,
totally the future.
most of it's factories, and the whole thing is
Factories,
about
industrial
environmentalism
style.
and
I like the characters in the games. I like the guy with the machine gun. I think Tiffany was her name, the boxer chick, if that's what it was.
Tifa.
Tifa, there we go.
Tiffany.
Tiffany, Tifa, whatever. It's been forever, guys. Calm down.
Tiffany.
Keep in mind, this is Johnny Decimator, not anybody else. So
Keep in mind, I'm sick as fuck. Fuck all of you.
Tiffany.
Tiffany,
Alright,
That's
Tifa,
funny. It's
Cloud, Tiffany, Barnett.
Rose girl.
You mean Bob and Clyde? Bob, Clyde, and Tiffany. That's like the English release.
Flower girl.
Eris.
That was a cool game. It was interesting. I like this. That was a good story.
I just wish, of course, like it's funny we're getting way into Final Fantasy talk. I didn't expect this, but like everyone wants a remake of 7 for the PS3.
Why?
Well, what do you mean? Why?
Why? It's great
Why-
where it is.
Well, people just
No, people
What?
just want
Not
a
everybody
game with
needs to
redone
remake everything.
graphics.
yeah, everybody just wants
That's
like
all.
Yeah,
That's all people. want.
But I think the graphics and stuff in the PS1 give it its own like. It gives
But
it its own.
that's not the point.
Well, I would say that it has a certain charm to it.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Because
it
you could say that about any of the Final Fantasies, but that's still not the point.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying like, I kind of get what he's saying is that
I get it,
but yeah, people just want it redone because
it would be cool.
obviously they redid 4 recently for the DS. They completely redid it, and it's really awesome.
Really good.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
And
it's a really good game.
But 7 is kind of like, not only do the graphics look really kind of dated nowadays, especially in some parts, like some of it's pretty apparent, especially if you go from 8
of
to
course,
7.
but I think that's what gives it its little charm.
Another one of the reasons is that we haven't had as many JRPGs this particular generation of consoles. And just even the hope that they did like the teaser, like the tech demo, like it was just like a little video showing Final Fantasy 7 with PS3 graphics, which is
Yeah.
the exact same thing they did with Final Fantasy 8 when the PS2 came out, but everyone wants it. It's so funny, like the reaction. Everybody be like, "Here, I'll throw my money at you. You can recoup all your money from Final Fantasy 14." Ridiculous. But they say it'll take too long.
It'll be worth it, I guess, for them,
Probably would be in the end.
right?
I would think so. Lots of people would buy it.
Like in a heartbeat, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd throw my money at that,
I would.
So
I definitely would.
actually, what was interesting is that when Final Fantasy IX came out, they were actually thinking about just making an updated version for the PS2, and it came out in 2000 or 2001. So it was like right when the PS2 came out. They were already thinking of doing a version of Final Fantasy IX for the PS2. I would love to see that, man.
That would be cool.
I know, because like 10 and 9 were developed at the same time.
Really now?
Yeah, because Final Fantasy 9 was going to be a spin-off game, like it's going to be called Final Fantasy Gaiden. Ended up releasing it as a real one. That's why it's so different from like 7 and 8, and also 10, because 10 has like machinery and stuff in it too. You know, that's why it's so different. So I thought that was interesting. Kind of like how Crystal Chronicles was. You know, they went back to kind of like the old style looking Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I like Crystal Chronicles. It's a cool
Yeah.
game.
It's
Cool
good.
game.
So I think Final Fantasy 9 is underrated. The end. Want to hear more? Message me on YouTube or Facebook. I don't know. You can like us on our Facebook page, by the way, huh? Just saying out there. Little light on the likes. So yeah. You know what game I think is underrated on PS1? Cool Borders.
What?
Cool Borders.
That, for some reason, that sounds familiar.
The snowboarding game.
Sounds familiar.
I'm just kidding. I do not like that game. I tried playing it recently. The game is.
Is that the one where you get to like pick in the beginning your characters and they all have like funky outfits, cool haircuts, all
Yeah.
this bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, it was whatever.
It's totally like just okay.
Snowboarding kids beat it.
Snowboard kids. 1, 2.
Summer Kids is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking Captain Glow can be like the fat one with the green hat.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I could be the devil or something. The
Even the one with the crazy hair, the main character.
main character. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, my hair was blue or something.
1080
You gotta have blue hair.
was at that time.
1080. Oh, 1080 snowboarding. Oh yeah, that game was sick.
Game's pretty good too.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. So Telltale is gonna do a. Oh yeah, Telltale. They're going to do a Walking Dead point-and-click adventure game.
Really?
I think, or it's gonna be episodic. I think. I don't know what kind of gameplay. Maybe it's point-and-click adventure, but I don't know. Yeah, that's exciting. I guess. Is anybody into Walking Dead? I'm not really.
No,
Like adventures.
Huh?
I'm not. I saw an episode once.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad, but I don't know. I just don't really care.
I don't know. I think there's so much hype around it right now. I need to let it die down and then really watch it. Because I watched part of the first season and it was good, but there's so much hype around it for some reason.
I don't know. I'm kind of sick of zombies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm sick of zombies, vampires, and wolves.
Let's go back to dragons. Where's my Skyrim?
Let's go back
We
to
don't need anything else ruined.
Like, it's sad to say that the vampire test now is gonna be the win forever.
Oh yeah, I know. This sucks.
At one point, I was like, yeah, blood and Dracula and all these cool. Now it's just like, nope, Twilight killed it.
I'm sure that it'll eventually come back. Maybe eventually sometime. No, never. Okay.
No.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah.
Maybe the wolf. Maybe.
Don't stop dream believing.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Hold on to the feeling.
Hold on to the blood. Yeah, I'm fucking sick of zombies so much. I don't want there to be.
There's a zombie on your lawn.
Zombie ate my neighbor.
I wish more point. Actually, one thing I want to talk about. I know that we really don't talk about many modern games in our show. So one I want to talk about is or one new thing I want to talk about is the Tim Schafer adventure game. That's gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm so pumped for that. I can't wait. He got $3 million for that, by the way.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. They were searching for $400,000 and got $3 million just from fans donating like $1.
It's like the game turns out terrible.
Oh my god,
That'd be impossible.
it would be because it's Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I know you don't know who that is, but that's who made Monkey Island and Dead Tentacle and all those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking Point Adventure for some reason.
Yeah. But so, actually, one of the weirdest things I want to talk about was you know how they have all those prizes and stuff? Like, oh, you donate $8,000 and you get a T-shirt,
Yeah. Is that a real one?
No, it's like if you donate like
$8,000. Here's a fucking T-shirt.
no, if it's
Thanks
more
for
like
the money, chump.
it's more like if you donate like $100
No,
or something like that, you got a
I'm just
T-shirt.
kidding. Tim
It was-
Schafer
that's
deserves
still not worth
$8,000 for a T-shirt
Yeah.
every day of the week.
Well, actually, the weirdest one or the funniest one I thought was you donate like $10,000, right, to this project. You get to
Yeah.
have lunch with Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert.
Are
It's
they
like
paying?
McDonald's.
Yeah, I was it's like McDonald's. You paid $10,000 to eat McDonald's. Yeah, they better be paying if I'm shelling out $10,000 to sit there and look
Whoa.
at that.
Olive Garden or
There
something.
was a fighting game that had Metal Slug characters in it.
Is it Capcom?
Neo Geo Battle Coliseum is what it's called.
Oh, really? Is that for the PS1?
It's PS2.
Oh, speaking of weird games like that, there's this weird game. I think it's on the Game
Yeah,
Boy.
it has like it looks like it has obviously Final Fight or not Final Fatal Fury characters and
Okay.
Ever seen the one where it was like Smash Bros. But for anime
Samurai
characters?
Showdown.
Yeah, what's that? Isn't that the game you have for DS where it's like Dragon Ball Z and all of those people?
Yeah,
It's like a fighting
Kenshiro's
game.
in
Oh,
there.
Jump Ultimate Stars or whatever.
Yeah, Kenshiro's in there too. I remember
Yeah, he is.
that game.
That game's
Yeah,
that game's pretty fun.
Yeah, that game probably should get some more hype. People knew more of the characters in
Well,
it.
it's never been released here.
Yeah, it's never been released here. It's really popular in Japan though.
I have an.
I bet it is. All those characters are pretty, classic.
Well, yeah, it's Shonen Jump.
All they
Most
do is
popular
create,
manga magazine in the world.
they create so many archetypes. I don't know.
I think Fist of Star is cool.
I played that game a little bit. It was okay. I think I wasn't too into it.
Jumpstart thing.
Yeah, wasn't my thing. I don't know. I'm not that into Smash Brothers either. You know,
I like Smash Bros. But when there's no like weapons or bullshit in it.
it's got to be an RPG for me to like it. No, it doesn't. Usually has to have a blue character, preferably an animal of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of something else to talk about.
I want to play Skullgirls. Why isn't that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you've heard about that, right?
Nope.
Skullgirls. It's like this fighting game.
I don't know. They all half naked.
You'll see.
Actually, no.
Oh man.
They're all like lollies.
Yeah.
They used to be like.
Well, I don't know. Not all of them.
not all of them are lollies. Some of
It's
them.
like
I remember there was just like.
not that many characters in it. I want to play that game.
Here we go.
Been working on it for a long time. It's made by people in the fighting game community, which is cool.
Yeah, how long has it been in development?
Quite a while. I haven't I remember hearing about it a couple years ago. I think first hearing about it, seeing some early screenshots.
See, it's like kind of reminds me of the old Dreamcast games.
Oh yeah, this is totally a game I would think to be on the Dreamcast.
It'll probably be ported some.
I'll port it.
Yeah, see how like all these characters look. I mean, it's pretty neat. The animations are really smooth.
Oh
Mine's-
yeah, it's like the best part of it.
Huh. A
Huh?
lot of boobs left and right.
Boobs,
Yeah, that's all girls.
of course.
That's
For
why it's
some
called
reason, every time I think
Skullgirls.
of girls games, I think of like.
Apparently, they're gonna have more DLC characters, and maybe some of them will be boys. Is what I've heard.
Some of them will be boys, not men.
Men, whatever. I don't know. Guys, dudes, penis guys, people.
Penis guys, penis. So when we're recording this, our Skies of Arcadia review just went up. If you haven't watched it, you can go watch it.
It's a good one,
So none of us have played Skyrim.
and I probably never will.
By the way, I know we said last podcast we were gonna try and get Chase the Base on here, but he is playing League.
Too busy playing. I want to be playing League right now. You don't see me doing it,
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
dude. Look at this game I'm downloading. I'm gonna send you a link.
Okay. By the way, I want to play through Final Fantasy VIII again sometime soon.
I have a copy.
Yeah, I know. I think I want to borrow it.
Probably should then.
Thank you, Dr. Einstein.
Doctor, give me the news.
I got a bear case of love, yeah.
It's been a while.
Since I could serve that all that. It's just like so funny. We keep going to like karaoke mode right here. Keep in mind, by the time we're recording this, it's pretty late. I think.
It's only midnight.
It's only never mind. It's only midnight.
Right here.
Oh,
Hold on.
what'd you say?
Fading.
You're fading what?
Fading fast.
Fading fast.
Fading away. Okay, look at the Skype link.
Yeah, I see it.
This is a free game to download. I'm downloading the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
It's called Vanguard Princess.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Half naked girls.
Wow.
Animation actually looks pretty good for this is like a fan made game.
Well, fans are
Like
different.
an amateur made game, I guess. Indie, I don't know.
Hey, we make amateur games.
Well, these two girls just kissed each other and then transformed and killed this person. That's
Oh,
definitely my type of game.
What part is that at?
It's like at a minute in,
Oh, it's at a minute.
approximately. A little before that, probably.
Oh, hold on.
I wonder if this looks like some. Oh, I think it's a 2-on-2 game, or it might be like King of Fighters style. I think.
Jesus
you see
Christ.
that?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it, but this is just some ridiculous crap in here.
I know, right? This game looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, I saw it for a second.
How did I not know about this sooner?
I don't know. Would you just find out about it or what?
I just saw it, yeah. Or I just
Huh.
saw something about it, and I'm like, what? New fighting game? I want to see
Hey.
that, and it's free to download. Yes, sir. 2D. That's all the things that I, liked about it first.
Huh.
All those things I just mentioned, nothing else.
Hey, can you guys name an RPG that's like a JRPG on the newer consoles besides like Star Ocean
Yeah,
and Final Fantasy 13 and 2?
yeah.
What?
Hyperdimensional Neptunia.
Oh my gosh.
The JRPGs.
Yeah, I guess that is.
Resonance of Fate, Valkyria Chronicles, 3D Dot Hero.
Valkyria Chronicles doesn't count. Wait, what? No,
How's Valkyria not an RPG?
it's like an SRPG. I'm talking about like a
Yeah.
like a classic one.
Oh, now you're just getting picky.
Um.
I mean, Johnny plays strategy RPGs.
mhm.
You like
Yeah. Old ones.
Old ones like
but
what?
I like to do
Tactics.
Those are
No, that's not that old. I'm talking Pool Radius D&D on the Nintendo.
Pool of Radiance.
Yeah, and that's like walk her through the dungeon / strategy when it comes to the battle.
I want to have Abraham on here just to see how he'll
With
be on the podcast.
Schmade Rollham. Probably take up most of the time talking about Zoids.
He's into Zoids right now.
He's into Zoids. Well, I mean, I don't know how into it he is before, but I mean now, but he was definitely into Zoids, like not that long ago. It's pretty funny.
We gotta get that asshole into Fist North Star.
Gotta give him a Fist North Star. Wait, I thought he watched Fist North Star. I don't know. I don't remember. He
Apparently
watched
didn't like it.
watched a lot of stuff, like
Apparently he
anime.
didn't like it.
Really?
That's what he says.
Well, I like
That he didn't like it.
Fist of North Star a lot.
He wasn't manly enough for it.
Manly enough. I remember the first time I ever saw Fist of North Star was my brother watching one of the movies, and I don't know, or maybe it was the show. I don't know. You guys can tell me? It's he's fighting this really really big guy in this orange kind of gi or whatever. He does that one thing where he like uses the points to kill him. It paralyzes him.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Fist of North Star.
Oh, we're talking about Fist of North Star.
Do you guys remember if that was from a movie or anything? I know they have a few movies, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I remember the first time I
Probably.
saw it, it was like, this is fucking awesome.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen Fist North Star in forever.
It's been a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, last like when I legitimately watched it was a while ago, and that was like on YouTube, piece by piece, 5 episodes a day, but piece by piece.
Oh man.
I was dedicated to it, dude. I was hooked.
There's a lot of episodes. It's very, very long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went all the way.
I think like basically the whole series is like 200 some episodes.
Yeah.
You do like the first part and second part or whatever.
Yeah, Fist North Star and then Fist North Star 2. I think I went halfway in Fist North Star 2. There's only like 30 episodes for that one.
God damn. That's so many episodes. That's like Dragon Ball Z. It's like 200. Well, no, actually, Dragon Ball Z is like 300.
You know, there's always the battle with me where I kind of sometimes pick Fist North Star over DBZ sometimes, which is might be funny to say to some people, but I think there's a little more.
I don't know. I think they're different kind of shows.
Yeah,
I mean, they're both technically shonen, but they're kind of Dragon Ball Z is way more lighthearted.
yeah. That's why I like Fist North Star. It seems way more like, oh, this is an intense story. He's going
Well,
out.
yeah, because
his own brothers.
exploding. Like,
Well, that's just the violent part. That's the icing on the cake. The story, was great from start to finish about.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying they're kind of different shows, like different
Yeah,
audiences, at least. But
Goku killed his brother, but Kenshiro killed all 3.
Well, Goku killed his
Two.
brother, but it didn't seem like it was that
yeah,
big
but
of a
Goku's
deal.
brother was a dick.
Yeah, this one was more
It's like, oh, I'm stealing your kid. See ya.
Yeah, and Fist North Star was like they trained with each other from start, and like he killed like 2 or 3 of them. He had to. So it was like that was pretty intense, and then like his last brother, who was like the strongest one, was intense, and then the story with his girl and stuff, and all this like great. It was a great. I think it was just a great overall series. And then the second one, I think it doesn't get as much credit as it should. I think that was pretty. Maybe not as up there, but it's pretty good.
Well, I think a lot of people don't even make it that far. Like,
Yeah, at least like the way I did it. Yeah, probably not.
it's just like so that's one of the problems that a lot of people run into, especially with anime, because a lot of times you have to watch all of the episodes to get what happens inside the next series, or it may do a recap, but you get so much more out of watching it all. I think a lot of people hesitate on watching really big series because of that nowadays. And Fist of North Star is an example of that.
They're just there aren't a ton of big series like that. Those are actually like few and far between.
Yeah.
Comparatively speaking to how much anime there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the cool thing about Fist of North Star 2 was that the kids that he was with in the first one series, Bart and Lynn, like they grew up and they had like their own army. It was kind of cool. It had like its own epic thing, like where they were taking care of the, this what's it called, post-apocalyptical world.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptical, whatever. Yeah.
Apocalyptic.
I couldn't say that word either when we were trying to do the Fragile Dreams episode.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, it was kind of cool that they were taking care of it, and then they like do references to Ken, saying like, "Yeah, there was once a man who fought alone." It's like, oh, it's pretty epic. And then finally Ken comes back and kicks everybody's asses.
Yeah. They had that new Fist of North Star. Remember that?
Yeah, you know what? I remember there's the weird thing about New Fist of North Star is that there was this 3-set DVD thing I remember, and then there was actually there was actually a series of it too, of the old one.
There was
there was a redone of the old series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw some like fights of when he fights Souther, I think that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he fights him, and I was like, "Where's this from?" I don't see this on any of the DVDs I have from the new Fist of North Star.
Uh-huh.
You know, so but yeah, the new Fist of North Star. I think it was a pretty nice little three disc thing. Little 3 DVD set thing. It's nice to have. I think it was interesting enough to be like, all right, this is cool. It's still Fist of North Star.
Yeah, it's true. It's definitely doesn't hold like as big a candle to the original ones, but I don't know. I feel like the CG didn't blend very well with it.
Oh yeah, that's totally killed it too for me. I was like, yeah, let's just pretend that never happened and move on to the fight.
Exactly.
Scenes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's actually a redone version of the original series. It's probably shorter.
It's probably like a movie.
It's probably shorter, and it might be a movie, or it might be like little 2-3 movies too, or whatever. But the first series is great. I mean, the new series are like basically updated and better art, better color, technology, this and all that shit. So
yeah,
but nothing like I don't know. I guess going back to like that whole what we talking about Final Fantasy VII thing, it kind of like the charm of the old animation. Okay, well the charm of the old Final Fantasy on the PS1.
Yeah,
they both have charms, and I think like updating them just makes them like. I don't know. I like things of the time, And
it's just that if you remake it, sometimes you do run the risk of taking away that charm, or of course you end up offending people who are so attached to the one thing. But I think if you can do it correctly, then all more power to you.
Yeah, the new Fist of North Star wasn't too bad. It wasn't like the old one, but I'll admit it looked better. It looked nicer. It totally did, but.
Well, some of those first episodes of Fist of North Star are pretty wonky. They
didn't have that much budget for that series.
Yeah, well, some of the proportions, it's like some of the people change size often.
Yeah, that's the syndrome of having that many episodes.
I think also it's weird. I think it was during that time.
That happens a lot.
During that time, though, I think bodybuilding was pretty popular. So they always made the heads smaller for like the characters, so their bodies could look huger.
Yeah,
that's like an old comic book trick, and they still do it in like. Oh, they did it back then. I don't know if they do it now anymore. Actually, now isn't it all about like being scrawny and stuff?
Yeah,
it's like the scrawny badass guy now. Back then, it was like the heroic huge guy who kicked everybody's ass.
Well, yeah.
It's like I'm old fashioned, man. I like that. I like old RPGs. I like old fashioned heroism, whatever.
Well, they have every decade has a certain market,
Yeah. So. I guess people can relate more to the scrawny character.
It's not really scrawny guys anymore. It's girls.
Okay, now we're going to girls.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, see.
As far as current anime goes,
the way I see it,
I'm very up on that.
The way I saw it with the scrawny guy thing, it's like I don't want to be a scrawny guy, dude. I want to be the awesome huge guy. Not huge, but like the awesome strong guy. I don't know how to look up to something or like try a goal for something and just be like, oh, I'm very scrawny.
Actually, who I really like? I feel like a lot of those kind of 90 ones are a good blend of kind of the two. Obviously, it's the best segue between the 80s and the 2000s, But things like Trigun and Cowboy Bebop, where the guys are
they were cool.
Like they're whenever they show
they had
them,
guns and technology though. That made them badass,
so it's like they were scrawny, but they pretty much got the shit beat out of them a lot.
But they were cool. They were great characters. I don't remember much Trigun. I don't watch much Trigun, but Outlaw Star, I saw that whole thing.
We gotta watch Trigun. We have to do that.
I tried watching it, didn't catch my attention then. It might catch my attention now.
I like that series. He's like all screwed up. Well, I don't want to spoil.
I have all Trigun on DVD.
Yeah, I have all Trigun on Netflix.
I bought like that big I got that box set for that like a long ass time ago, like when it was like really expensive. Like I got it for this one year.
Yeah, you guys remember how expensive anime box sets used to be? Like,
what are you talking about? They're still expensive as hell.
Well, it's still expensive, but I remember like
Anime's a ripoff. I hate anime in America. It's so fucking overpriced.
You know, it's funny because at one point they
Well,
used
it
to
is in
whatever they
Japan,
could
too.
to sell it too. I remember one time I saw this like full movie of just when Raditz came for a DVD. Like they made that into like a whole movie.
Yeah.
It was on VHS. It had like the nicer box, not the slide-in box, but it had like the open like
the plastic ones.
Yeah. I was like, so this is like the movie of Raditz when he comes and they kick his ass, but they made it into a movie. Like they try to sell it as a movie over here. When we all know it's part of the series.
I rarely buy anime if it's not like the complete series on like because you're not getting your money's worth because those are usually depending on the ones that like come in maybe like one thing. They're usually about like like $30 or $40, but you'll get like all the episodes as opposed to like where they release them just in like series of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still like $20 for a DVD and you get like 3 episodes. It's a total ripoff.
Yeah, I know my brother used to buy like a lot of anime DVDs, and it's like, well, you get like 3 episodes for like 15
What
bucks.
was really cool about the series Gurren Lagann is they first before it was even dubbed here, they released it on DVD here just with subs. But each disc it was 3 discs, and for 26 episodes. So each disc or each one has like 9 episodes on it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I bought them all.
Do you remember the DBZ box sets for VHS?
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I remember the VHS
artwork.
It was so big, like all the episodes on the VHSs. It was crazy.
One for Freezer transformation this, Freezer transformation that.
Yeah.
Every single one had its own.
I still remember that. Didn't you have like most of those?
No, I had like a few.
Oh.
I kind of hated them.
Surprising amount of Dragon Ball Z VHS than I thought.
Well, like we found, it was just so funny. This is actually a pretty hilarious thing. We were at a.
I even have GT. I think I have one in there that's GT.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
VHS.
Yeah, VHS.
Remember I told you about how me and Captain Glow were at the Rite Aid, like in just not that long ago, like a year ago.
Oh, when I bought that Gundam TV.
Yeah, and he found a Gundam VHS for $1.
A Gundam Link VHS for $1. I have it. It's right here.
How random is that?
Right
like,
here. It's in my bookshelf. Yeah, $1. 75 minutes. So that's like 3 episodes, I think.
75 minutes?
Actually, no. I think the episodes are only like 20-some minutes.
Yeah, so it's probably like 3, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's still 3. Yeah, sounds about right. I don't know what episodes are on here. I know it's not the beginning. That's all I know.
No, it's like right in the middle, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't say, or does it? All I know it's the one with the blonde-haired dude on it who plays the violin. I forget his name.
Yeah, I know Chumma.
He's got the sand Gundam.
No.
Wasn't too hot on Gundam Wing.
I don't know if it's awesome. Oh,
I'm pretty sure it is.
That was his name.
I just never got to the big robot thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what I think is actually kind of interesting is, like, you talk about how anime can be really expensive and stuff, but buying cartoon DVDs is so cheap most of the time. Sonic the Hedgehog, the series and stuff, I can get like, or like Underground or like the Super Mario Brothers show or, I mean, Ren and Stimpy. All those are so cheap. Like, you can buy you just wait like a year or a few months, and like the DVDs go down to $20, and you're like, okay, well I get like 5 discs, and it's like 80 episodes, and
yeah, just because those don't have I don't know.
Like here, hold on.
They're not,
yeah, I know, because like even at like second spin,
they're not exotic.
It's like, hey, like here, I have my DuckTales.
I think probably I don't even know why anime is more expensive. I just really don't.
Because they're exotic. They come from a different country and everything.
Well,
country has to be more expensive in America.
I guess there isn't big enough
Except
fan
Chinese
base.
99-cent toys.
It's like, okay, so this DuckTales thing cost me like $10, right? It has 3 discs and it's like 30 episodes, so that's like such a good deal.
Yeah.
And DuckTales is a very good show.
And DuckTale, yeah, it's just DuckTale, so they already getting a good deal.
We don't fuck around here at Slime TV.
Woo!
Yeah, I remember like I bought all of Beck, the anime.
Oh yeah, there's an anime called Beck.
It's like 26 episodes, and I got that for like $20.
Such a good, like,
yeah. And
it's
it comes
weird
with
how some things
4 discs, but it all comes in one thing, which is nice, which I like. You know, because I think I bought it was on sale or something at Fry's. Oh god, their anime selection there, Jesus Christ, I love it.
Oh, Fry's, yeah, it's huge. If you guys have...
That's the only place I look for anime to buy on DVD now, because they have fucking everything.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, one thing I want to talk about, maybe real quick, I don't know, maybe in closing. I want to talk about Duke Nukem Forever. I want to see what you guys think about the series. Like, you know how Duke Nukem Forever kind of...
Dude, The only Duke Nukem I ever played was on the PC, and it was like a side scroller.
Yeah, you played Duke Nukem 2, right?
Probably that's a side scroller.
Yeah,
We
well,
get to jump and shoot things.
well, there's two of them. One's, did it look really, really, really dated?
Yeah,
Oh, that's probably number one then.
that's the only one I ever played.
But yeah, Like-
I don't know.
Think the
I
rest-
saw someone play Duke Nukem 3D as a kid. That's about it. Like
Well, I
one
just think-
time.
I was reading this thing saying that they're going to start working on another Duke Nukem game called Duke Nukem Begins, and
Tell his birth and stuff.
Huh?
Tell about his like life story. Or something.
well, they want to make it a reboot to the series because you know how Duke Nukem Forever was so poorly received by a lot of people. Not a lot. I mean, you know, some,
marketing wise,
That game was impossible unless it was like second coming of Christ to gaming. There was no way it was going to get positive reviews. It just wasn't going to happen.
they just shouldn't have called it Duke Nukem
It
Forever.
would literally have to be the best first-person shooter ever,
Yeah, they should have literally just called it something else.
because that's the most like infamous game to be like like delayed. There's just it's just impossible, and I kind of feel bad for them for that because they
Yeah.
they
Well,
I commend them for making it, like getting it out there, just
Yeah.
finally putting an end to it and killing all our jokes, which kind of sucks.
I know.
I gotta
Well,
admit.
I remember when we met, it was like you guys used to bust on me because I played Duke Nukem.
Oh yeah, we'd make that joke like every day practically, like or like we talk about some game like it's like that'll come out when Duke Nukem Forever comes out or something.
Yeah. So it's like all of a sudden, score one, Dr. Sanders, because now you can't say that joke.
Yeah, I know.
Just think.
Well, I don't think anybody thought it would actually happen.
Well, I just think. Well, no, I never thought it was gonna happen.
No, I didn't either. Especially once like the company closed down, I was like, that was it. I was like, that to me was like when it was totally done.
Yeah, 3D Realms went down.
Yeah, when 3D Realms went down. I was
I
like,
think-
is someone gonna try and pick this up? I mean, it just seems like I was thinking at the time like that's just like how's it gonna work? I mean, all this stuff they've done in time, it's just like they can't keep up. It's just like
Well, I just think that
So I'm not surprised they just made a game from scratch and it didn't turn out that great.
yeah, Gearbox.
There wasn't
Gearbox-
too.
Gearbox gave it a good shot,
Yeah.
and I actually still want to play the Doctor Who Clone Me, which is the DLC for the game, because I have not yet played that. And people say that that's actually better than the original game because it brings back Dr. Proton, who was the bad guy originally, and all the stuff. But
And you can
I mean-
carry all the weapons you want.
no. Well, on the PC, like,
Oh
the
yeah,
PC
I'm sure there's a mod like Duke Nukem 3D mode or something.
well, there's probably, I don't know, there probably is, but they already patched it, the PC one, to where you can carry 4 weapons, but they didn't patch the console versions, which sucks.
No,
Because you can still only hold 2 weapons, and it's Duke Nukem.
nope. Now we're playing Halo.
Oh man.
I
just
actually kind of like Halo. I mean, I'll play it and I'll enjoy myself. That's all there is to it. Although I haven't really played a Halo since Halo 3.
I played
Nah,
Halo since Halo 2.
I mean, I played a lot of Halo 3 when it came out, but I haven't played any since.
Was that like one of the...
I did. Well, remember when me and Chase actually played through Halo 3 that one day?
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, and we had fun. It was fun. We just
I
played
never,
the story. We actually beat it all the way, but I didn't get Reach. I mean, or ODST.
I just felt like Reach was just reaching for an audience.
That's hilarious.
like Duke Nukem 4.
Ha 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 ha. Duke Nukem... I like how everybody made the joke Duke Nukem Forever alone after that game came out.
Oh, that's cool. They released Ease the Oath of Felgana on Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's an RPG.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I want to get this. It's only $15.
I can't wait for Duke Nukem
Is
Forever.
this-
Or Duke
Is this
Nukem.
like the remake of the first one that's on like PSP or PS1 or whatever?
Oh, the Valgana?
Yeah. Or
It's on
what
the
Ease is?
PSP.
Yeah, I knew it was on like something else.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's like all 3D. Like, is that like a separate game or is that like a remake of the first one?
What the Valgana?
Yeah. I
I
don't know that much about Ease.
I don't know where What the Valgana sits, but I
Oh.
think it's just part of the. It's like it's actually really good though, but
Yeah, it looks really good.
I thought it was funny.
As hell. But these bosses look crazy. Like it seems like the combat looks so cool, yet it's so like simplified, kind of.
Ease? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's like such the
Bump
charm,
into people.
charm of Ease.
I remember.
Like, I got that Ease 1 and 2 on DS, which is totally awesome. Just got Ease 1 and 2 at my fingertips all the time.
well, it's going up about an hour right now. So okay,
Man,
you guys ready to close this out?
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
All right. Well,
I don't know what happened to Johnny.
Johnny's
I died.
he's tired. He didn't feel very good.
You sleepy?
I died. Yes, sleepy.
He goes to sleep at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I thought you stayed up super late.
Yeah.
No.
You,
Who the
you
fuck
told me
did
that one time.
That was so funny. That was like one
Yeah.
of like the really early times we hung out with him.
Yeah, well, the first time we hung out, you were like, "Man, I stay up super late," and then it's
We're
like,
okay, good, cause so do we.
and so then you got there, you're like, "Oh, man, it's late." It was like 10:30 or 11 or something like that.
Right.
Like what? We stay up.
It was not midnight.
I usually leave your apartment when it gets bright out again.
Yeah, no. Well, all right. I.
I'm gay.
No. Well, okay, everybody. Thanks for listening to Slime Dates this week. This is
Slime dates.
Sorry, I'm so. I just.
We don't even use that like one time.
I used that one time. Thanks for joining us for Slime Dates. It's Slime Dates. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for the second episode of SlimeWire. I am Dr. Sanders,
Captain Doyle.
Johnny the Decimator.
and we will catch up with you next time.
You're off the wire. Bye.
You're off the wire. No, you're wire. You're the wire.
Out.
You just been wired. Fuck you. Let's go.
Goodbye. All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.